Most fighters spend years learning how to hit harder, but the deadliest martial artists on the planet do not depend on muscles at all, since they target something far more fragile and terrifying than just another muscle. There are specific, proven kicks in martial arts that don't just hurt an opponent. They shut the entire human body down like a flipped switch. And today, we explain every single one of them. The oblique kick. Now, many fighters tend to guard their head, ribs, and jaw. Only a small number think to protect their knees. But that was until John Jones made the entire MMA world regret that oversight. He deliberately forced opponents' knees to bend sideways, the direction that they were never built to go. The oblique kick does not work like a normal strike. Its purpose is not even to hurt you, it's trying to dismantle you. Delivered at a sharp, downward angle directly into the knee joint, it forces shear and rotational stress on the joint. That stress threatens ligament tears, meniscal damage, and structural compromise all at once. But there is something else that makes it lethal. There's almost no way to check it. You cannot block what you cannot anticipate. One clean connection damages the knee and strips away an opponent's footwork, movement, and ability to generate power. And all that is often without them fully realizing that it's even happening. The fight does not end dramatically. The opponent just slowly loses their ability to fight. But there is another spot so exposed that even the toughest fighters alive cannot train their way past it. The push kick to the solar plexus. Now this kick looks harmless. It might even look lazy. Just a straightforward foot thrust to the midsection. Nothing dramatic about it, but don't let that fool you. When it connects cleanly, the diaphragm spasms and breathing become something that you struggle with. To add insult to injury, the brain keeps sending the inhale command, but nothing happens. And when someone cannot breathe, they cannot fight. And neither can they attack. Even defending properly becomes a challenge. That panic is not a mental weakness, it is biology taking over completely. Even muscular, well-conditioned fighters can go down from this. The reason? No amount of training builds muscle over that specific spot. The body is entirely defenseless there. Willpower means nothing when the lungs have already quit. Now imagine that same slow erosion, but this time the damage starts from a completely different angle. The inside leg kick. Dutch kickboxing built its reputation on one ruthless idea. Don't just hurt your opponent. Dismantle them piece by piece. And the inside leg kick is exactly that philosophy in action. It travels to the inner thigh, where the femoral nerve runs close enough to the surface. So, repeated strikes here cause cumulative damage. We are talking swelling, vascular trauma, and progressive loss of leg function that gets worse with every single hit. The first kick looks like nothing, and so does the second, but once the area starts radiating, the brain fixates on it, and all the opponent can think about is how to avoid the next hit on that area. Then the next round arrives. The stance starts shifting and the movement gets cautious. What follows is a gradual loss of dexterity, stability, and mobility. At some point, standing up square also becomes impossible. But what happens when the weapon is not hidden but spinning directly towards your blind spot? The spinning hook kick. Taekwondo, karate, and MMA are three completely different worlds, but they all arrived at the same terrifying conclusion about this one kick. Looking at it, the spinning hook kick looks almost theatrical. The fighter turns their back, the leg whips around, and then the heel connects with the temple region. If the connection is clean, the chances of a knockout become very real, very fast. So why is this kick truly lethal? Well, the answer lies in the posture. The body coils before the kick even launches. That way it stores energy like a compressed spring. It then releases everything in a single whipping motion. By the time the opponent's brain registers the spin, the heel is already through. And the temple is not forgiving. That region of the skull is thinner than most people realize, and the spinning motion behind the kick means that it hits and whips through. The head snaps sideways and the brain shifts inside the skull. Even in professional MMA, this kick is used sparingly, because when it does land cleanly, the fight is always over. Every kick so far has come from the side or above, but this next one attacks from a direction that nobody expects. The axe kick. Kyokushin Karate built it, Taekwondo perfected it, and one Swiss fighter named Andy Hug made the entire combat world take it seriously. The axe kick attacks from directly above, targeting the skull, the bridge of the nose, or the exposed collarbone. And that vertical angle is precisely what makes it so difficult to deal with. Most defensive guards are designed to stop attacks from coming from the front or the side, but the axe kick bypasses all of that entirely. And it is easy to see why that is the case. The leg swings upward almost like a feint. The heel then comes crashing straight down. The goal is not just surface contact. Rather, effective execution means driving through the target, not simply brushing it. Andy Hug mastered this technique. He would consistently land it against elite competition, fighters from Muay Thai, boxing, and other disciplines who were not trained to defend overhead. And in most cases, where the kick landed cleanly, he went on to win the fight. Now, some kicks break you down slowly, yet the next one on this list does something far stranger to the body. The spinning back kick. Karate discovered the spinning back kick, then Taekwondo took it and sharpened it, and Muay Thai turned it into a weapon. And yet, strangely, it remains one of the most underestimated strikes in combat sports. But why is it different in the first place? Most kicks travel towards you. This one arrives from nowhere, literally. The fighter's body rotates away, first hiding the kick entirely. The heel then drives straight into the midsection with the full force of the spin behind it. And what sits right there? The solar plexus, completely unprotected by bone. A clean connection means breathlessness, dizziness, nausea, and sudden profound weakness all at once. It is that combination of effects landing instantaneously that makes this kick so difficult to recover from. And that confusion, that split second where the body does not know what just happened, is the difference between winning and being embarrassed. Up next, this kick goes after something the opponent never even knew was exposed. The posterior thigh shutdown. Now, Muay Thai and MMA might share a lot of techniques, but very few of them are as brutal as this one. The sciatic nerve is the longest and widest nerve in the body. It runs from the lower back through the bottoms all the way down to the lower limbs. So, a precisely angled low kick to the back of the thigh hits it almost directly. It does not matter how tough the opponent is. If that nerve takes enough damage, no amount of grit keeps them upright. The leg just checks out. Attacking this nerve destabilizes the opponent, stripping away their mobility and agility. It is a lethal weapon that quietly breaks their will to continue fighting. It might seem like a regular low kick, but the fighter receiving it knows that something is wrong, and they cannot explain exactly why. That confusion is the whole point. Now, that damage heals with time, but the next kick targets the one organ that never toughens up, ever. The liver kick. Muay Thai has built its reputation on many things, but perhaps nothing more quite devastating than the liver kick. Like a few other kicks, the liver kick also seems non-dramatic, but that is until you realize that the fighter receiving it just folds. Their legs become completely useless, and it's not just from the pain, but from something else far more involuntary. Landing flush on the liver forces the body into shutdown mode. And no, this is not by choice. It is a reflex the brain has no say in. And unlike a head kick, you stay completely conscious the whole way down. You feel every single second of it. And the worst part about it is that you cannot make the liver tougher. No amount of conditioning can change that. Everyone is equally vulnerable, and there is simply no training past this one. Subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.